Hi Fancy fans, welcome back to Flights of Fancy. I'm Sarah and today I'm coming to you from the Japanese Tea Garden in the Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. And we're going to be doing another art project. I just wanted to make sure to get in this beautiful vista from the park and the beautiful gardens. It's just amazingly gorgeous here. Just wanted to show you around. We're on our trip here, going to see the Harry Potter play this evening. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child playing in San Francisco, so we got to do some touristy stuff while we were at it and stay in the Beresford Arms. And here is a tour of our huge suite. We have a ginormous bathroom, probably one of the ones you could fit a whole wheelchair in, and a bidet. And a spacious living room. I guess it's a parlor with a couch and a fold-down bed and a window seat. A huge window seat that looks out on the town. And a kitchenette. That's its own little room with loads of cupboards and a full refrigerator and everything. And in here is the bedroom with a closet and TV, and oh my gosh, 2 beds and more window seats.
Hey, keep it down.
This place is huge. Our first night in San Francisco, we walked to Chinatown, and you take these creepy little staircases down to get to the street level from the overpass. And on the way home, we took the trolley. Here it is, stopping briefly at the top of Lombard Street, which is the famously steep, windy street in San Francisco. And here's an example of some of the famous homes along the streets. Thank you, and please enjoy the making of the Harry Potter witch dress. Here are some of the fancy tassels and buttons that I got to decorate the dress with. And I do not have a dress form, so I had to hold up this old sheet I got from Goodwill to myself, kind of draw on it with chalk on myself, measure myself and guesstimate a pattern, and then, you know, fix it, try again, fix it, try again. And I probably went through about 6 iterations of that before I was satisfied with the pattern I'd made. And then I laid that down on the outer fabric and the lining fabric because I wanted the bodice to be lined to get a stiffer, feeling. The outer fabric's really like kind of a thin 4-way stretch. And so here I have it right sides together, pinned it, sewed it around the outside like this. I used a spoon to get the corners. And then I ironed it flat all around the edges. I am a big believer in ironing in these situations. It just really makes things look so much more professional. I used to just hate this step, but I do it all the time now, and it just makes everything look so good. So this is the skirt with all the seams and everything ironed flat. I just made a big round skirt and then gathered it at the top. And I have all this like frilly stars and crepe and things in layers. This is the layers of the skirt pinned to the bodice, and I had to just ease it just so. And here I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the closure. I decided to do hook and eyes instead of real buttons, but I did sew on some fake buttons for looks. And so you just like kind of wrench it closed around the back and put those eyelets in. Here I am sewing the bodice to the dress, all the layers of the dress. And this is the outer part of the belt made with ribbons. There's the wide ribbon that I sewed 2 together, and then a little ribbon to hide the seam. Just super fun, sparkly. And here is the stiff part of the belt. It's kind of like really wide, so it's kind of sort of an obi look. It's made with 2 layers of batting and 2 layers of a sort of a stiff green fabric, plus the ribbon on top. And here it is with the dress. Oh, I'm so excited! And I did not film me making the sleeves, but there's going to be sleeves too. For the hat, I made a couple iterations out of paper to see how it would look once I made the pattern 3D, how the point would look, what angles I would cut it at, and how much of a curve I wanted, because I wanted to have a tassel hang from the point. And so I just did like 2 or 3 iterations out of paper until I was satisfied, and then I measured my head and scaled it up, and I cut it out of interfacing and the outer layer and the inner layer of fabric. And so the point actually has 2 layers of interfacing, and the brim has 4 layers of interfacing, and I ironed them all down really good to each other and the fabrics as so. And then I cut around like the little fringe around the edges and ironed them flat as much as I could. And then I sort of sandwiched them like this and pinned them together, which was kind of a process, but it was really worth it because then I top stitched the brim down. And for the hat, I'm just making them as I go along. I don't know if I did this backwards or what, but it came out looking really good, I think. But I sewed the hat, right side together, turned it inside out, ironed it, and then I hand stitched the point closed. Here I am trying it on to make sure it's the right size. Luckily, it all worked out. And here it is with the brim, just to see how that fits. And then I hand stitched the rest of the point, and I sandwiched the point into the brim and some machine sewed it down. All right, thank you for watching, everybody, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks, bye.